In my experience of T20 cricket, the easiest thing to do after back-to-back losses is to start looking at somebody else to blame for how things went. You can say, well, they didn't do their job, they didn't do their job. We all could have done our job better. Some days in T20 it just doesn't happen, but you have to stick together and you have to back each other, okay? So don't start looking for excuses for yourself and blaming other people.
Kolkata Knight Riders, famously known as KKR, was the joint most successful franchise in the league, has now failed to gain success over the last few years. The club that was one of the scariest sides in the league, led by Gautam Gambhir, has become quite a joke after his departure. So basically, how did everything go haywire for KKR? The story of a shark that nosedived at the biggest stage of world cricket. To get down to this, let's get back to Pavilion. The champions of 2012 and 2014 has failed to win anything over the course of past 8 seasons. The management and the players have failed their fans. What went wrong with the club from City of Joy? Gautam Gambhir, brought in by KKR back in 2011, has the third most number of wins as a captain in the league despite having left the spot for 5 years now. Gautam Gambhir has 69 wins for Kolkata over 7 seasons. Just to give you a context how great these stats are, Virat Kohli has 64 wins over his 11 seasons captaining RCB, and Rohit Sharma has 79 wins over his 10 seasons for his franchise. But if you look at the win percentages, Dhoni has a winning percentage of 58.8 and Rohit Sharma with 56.6, followed by Virat with 48.2. Gautam for Kolkata had a win percentage of around 57%, standing just behind MS Dhoni. No captain for KKR has ever managed to match Gautam's success before and after him. So when the legend asked the franchise to leave and play for his home team in the fag end of his career, KKR management was left hanging in the middle. The superstar-owned franchise, despite being one of the most bankable franchise, earning revenues around 448 crores in 2018-19, hasn't done anything extraordinary on the pitch. After a total revamp under CEO Venki Mysore in 2011 season, a very controversial sacking of Saurav Ganguly, KKR brought many match winners and Gautam Gambhir as the most expensive player of that season. Gautam Gambhir, in his very first season as captain, led the franchise to the playoff for the first time in their history. The overhaul consequently cherished and resulted in 2 trophies in 2012, just a year after the revamp, and 2014. The club CEO has failed to replicate the club's success since. After Gambhir's departure, Venki Mysore, in order to rebuild the team, didn't retain many of the talented players, most notably Surya Kumar Yadav and Trent Bolt, who later became the 2 of the most crucial players in Mumbai's championship winning squad. Young talents of Under-19 World Cup winning team Shubman Gill, Kamlesh Nagarkoti and Shivam Mavi were brought to the club as part of the rebuild, keeping in mind the future, just to release them 4 years later in 2022. When the management had to decide the retentions before the mega auction in 2022, Venkatesh Iyer was preferred over Shubman based on his second leg wonders of 2021 season. Shubman Gill, arguably one of the greatest young talents in the globe right now, was released by management, who played a pivotal role in the winning campaign of the newcomers Gujarat Titans in the following season. The mindless revamp and the clueless management have resulted in the downfall of the franchise. Sunil Narine and Andre Russell, 2 of the most valuable players of the franchise, despite their individual brilliant performances, have failed to bring in trophies. The over-dependency on these 2 individuals is immense, which is never immune for any franchise. The injury-prone big guy fails to play most part of the season. Initial performances of Andre Russell lit up the hope in the hearts of the fans and the owners, but later on he failed to capitalize on the performances because of recurring injuries, leading to the slump in club's performances, failing even to qualify for the knockout stages of the tournament consistently. The controversial bowling action of Sunil Narine has resulted in his erratic performance in recent years. The club has done little to nothing to lower the responsibilities on their star players. Carrying Andre Russell in the team for his once-in-a-blue-moon performance is not ideal, rather catastrophic. A club as successful as KKR must know when to part ways with their stars in order to keep the balance of the team intact. Interest of the players must not take precedence over the interests of the franchise. As the prominent dictum of the sport suggests, individuals win you matches, but players win you tournaments. The dominance of the pitch depends on the philosophy that the coach wants to inculcate in the approach of the team. In 2019, after 4 years of trophy drought, Brendan McCullum, former KKR skipper, was brought in as the head coach. Although his explosive style of play sounds appealing but has miserably failed to deliver the results. The Knights did reach the finals after a dream run in the second leg of the 2021 season. McCullum's alarming choice of playing 11 had a vulnerable middle order, which led them to lose the finals eventually. Now that the 2023 season is just around the corner, one wonders what destiny beckons the franchise. The domestic circuit's master tactician Chandrakant Pandit is appointed as the new coach aspiring to win an IPL after tremendous success in domestic cricket. Young skipper Shreyas Iyer is expected to turn the table and bring back the glory days for the franchise. The management has again invested in young talents and brought in underrated players yet to leave their imprint in the biggest T20 league in the world. Is this the dawn of the new era, or is it just yet another season for the Knights to forget? If you like the video, please subscribe to the channel for more such analysis, discourse and podcasts.